fan since it's gotten much warmer. Snow's melting. He's about to make a fire. And as I started bringing the things out, I was like, wow, this is a lot of effort just to try and capture me doing this, but it's gonna be different, and if I'm trying it, I want to save it in my memories and I want to share it all with you. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Using this rock as kind of a counter, I'm just laying out the seasonings. We've got onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, pepper, still working with that low sodium salt, and this Kentucky bourbon barbecue rub that I pretty much use on everything. Steak to chicken to eggs to pasta last night. So I'm gonna chop this up, and while I'm doing this, I should probably get that stove started. Hey baby, you want to help me with this?
Sure. Alright, with what?
Get the butane in that thing and get that pan started to be heating up. Sometimes it leaks.
I think we were dumb. Like, we didn't turn it on this little hole here.
Don't talk about my friend like that.
We were on the edge.
Oh, we didn't like align it properly.
Yeah.
Oh, so it wasn't being secured, and that's why I was leaking.
No idea.
Never mind, there's no issue with the Coleman.
It's just
It was
issue with us.
Got major issues going on.
You have a lighter?
That's the one thing I forgot. I'm gonna do the sausage first anyways, so I can cook the eggs in the sausage oil. Oh, I saved that one.
You ready?
Yeah, this. But I don't know if they can see you.
Hello?
Yeah, like.
Ignition.
You gotta yeah, like that. Sweet. Marvelous. You can put that on there. The pot.
Oh, I could just.
Oh, to put that on? Maybe.
I mean, shit, I don't know.
Ready to do that?
No, not really. Thought it would be flatter. Let's see.
He's gonna get us a rock. He still didn't put the pot on the thing. That's good. Pop that baby up there. What's that noise?
This.
No, listen. Oh, it's probably like an ATV really far away, but it kind of sounded like growling, and I thought we were under attack. And my bear spray is now back in my hiking pack. Some kind of scary news, but I think it's worth sharing just because I'm always pretty scared out here and I get laughed at. But normally you'd think out in nature, like the people you'll come across are gonna be fairly like level-headed, kind of open, and just like good people and good Samaritans. But sometimes you get sites that are trashed. Sometimes you get people that aren't very considerate about sharing the space, or like first come first serve, and they just park on top of you. But this morning I was informed that there was a guy who was heading out to camp with his friend outdoors, and His friend later met him. The tent was open, it was pitched, and he found his friend dead inside of the tent with like multiple wounds, and he went to assume that it was a bear attack, so he called like bear control, or found that those were like slash wounds, so someone had like stabbed him, and it was ruled a homicide. And it's probably about how far from here?
Maybe like within an hour.
About an hour from where we are. And how many days ago?
Uh,
Less than 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah, like less than 2 weeks ago.
I'm not exactly sure when it happened. Like within the past 2-3 days, they got the autopsy results and they realized that it's it was ruled a homicide.
Yeah.
So
Not cool.
I mean, it sucks, like, I think you think about, like, okay, like, still, you have less accidents and, like, you still want to consider percentages and, like, okay, how often does this happen versus, like, other places and stuff like that, but, it still really sucks to hear something like that, and especially if it's around, like, close to where you are.
Yeah, so that's just scary and like devastating. Like the kid was just likely minding his own business. I thought was, well, did the friend ever go meet him?
I don't think it was a kid, it was the father of kids.
Oh, so he was a man, he wasn't a kid. He looked pretty young, so maybe 40s. Isn't it funny how once you're like heading into your later 20s and you're approaching your 30s, then 40s is still young? I don't know if you can relate to that, but that's something I found myself doing. Is this still on? I'm not seeing much fire.
You might have to put it under somewhere, I think.
It's too much wind? I can also just block the wind. Okay. So I was kind of standing by it and over it so that the wind wouldn't interfere with the flame at all, and so this pan could get. Baby, do you want coffee? Can you bring your cup? Butane, propane. Pop this open. I don't know what's going on, but he just ran over there to someone that's driving nearby. Maybe he's letting them know that we're leaving soon, and they can have this spot. He's not a very nosy man, so I would say he's likely trying to help them with something. Did he take the lighter back with him? I think he did. I don't see it anywhere. I can definitely lower this flame a little bit. You have the lighter? Can I get it? So we've got sausage going. I just ignited the jet boil to make some coffee. Coffee section, which I can shift over now. So we've got, I poured my creamer in there, my gingerbread creamer. It's like an oat milk creamer. Here we've got our coffee. And this is the actual part of the AeroPress that we need. This is almost done. Let's finish up this coffee. I'm gonna do a double shot of espresso, then top it off with some water to make a roast. He still hasn't brought me his cup for his coffee. Pull it out. What do you do? Huh? Okay. So the rock is cracking from the heat, and that's why I just ran over. What'd you say? Oh, it's not cracking from the heat. It's probably when he moved it and dropped it down. So put this here and cover it. Let's multitask here. I got a little sidetrack, but we still want coffee. I don't get it.
Can you mix it more? It's done.
Thank you. I literally tried everything. I literally put like all my body weight into it, nothing.
Are you reusing the filter or no?
Do you still want coffee?
I guess so.
pepper. And some salt. Well, low sodium salt. Little bit of butter. Seasonings back inside. Start cleaning up. Can do that. Turn that off. This is gonna be different. Baby, it's done. It's the first time I've actually used this outside. We've had to use this, kind of pulled it out as an emergency once when we ran out of propane site in Colorado, and we used it, but in the van with the doors open. It wasn't ideal, but we made it work. So that's always cool. So this is it, and we're gonna dig in. So, buen provecho. So this is the finished product. I'm not very happy with it, but I think it may do. We'll see. So, bon appetit.
Burnt?